yakabaka urubudi yakabaka Kusaug yakenkenete zina sonsaka zina te benenete Sam Kusaug burkingbi Kusaug gandag His Excellency Cletus Apul Avoka to womko opia TV ni kazien Kusaug platform na bergo mpia ntes Kusaug ka zina te bolo te bangen Cletus Avoka la o anoni witiane like o profile o sakatibolo te yange sonsno yayi na kame mpia Kusaug yela bila ongos ding infinsu manka ne piata ane ya bi ya pitu ya town ya zwa tignap mashwal amalok akozas ndego bala
na
kinkin
na ninta na Tobias na mort na
ti duni bilim kawom te Sam yor ka fane MP la kina pazina zina men fane member of the Council of State ka tibori to go say anon a Cletus Avoka but before din la for me so kay the king sima ti tageta ka ko sas mane so tana pia ko sa na asala ka kina conclude kane ko sala. Okay,
Diego, I'm very grateful to you for this opportunity.
Thank you.
I've been looking for opportunity of this nature to be able to let people know who I am.
Yeah.
And then also let people know what I've done in this short life of mine.
Yes.
If not long life of mine. Because if you are 70, to some people is short, some people is long.
Yes.
But averagely it's God's grace that some of us are alive today and kicking.
Yes.
And looking strong and healthy. I come from Teshi.
Okay.
Teshi is a village under the Boko West district, Zebula constituency. I come from the Avoka family or Asawat family. Our clan is the Sabiliba. Sabilib. We are Sabilib. Sabilib are those who are the chiefs of Zebula.
Okay.
So you take Zebula town, you take Kansongo, you take Timonde, you take Teshi, many parts of the district. We are the same clan.
Okay.
Yeah. We Patriotism, we swear a bush animal it's like a bush cat. It's called Zunne. And the story is that our ancestors were lost in the bush.
Okay.
And they saw the animal. Instead of killing it, they decided to follow it. And the animal was walking, and then they were following it. If they were tired, the animal would stop. And then they rest more, then the animal will continue to walk and they follow it. And then the animal led them to a pond where they had water and then drank and then covered themselves. That is why they said that that is an animal that we should forbid.
Okay.
And that is the animal that we swear
that's your
system. That's our totem. If the Sabiliba man says that Posun, he's very serious. He's talking the truth. He's not lying.
Okay.
So I come from Teshi, and I come from a family of about 13 children.
Yeah.
My father, Avoka Kudugu, had 3 wives.
Okay.
My mother was the last. So I was the last born of my mother's 5 children.
Okay.
And then I was about the 10th or so of the other 3 children.
Okay.
So we grew up as shepherd boys, following sheep, goats, and then cattle, and helping our fathers on the farm to a limited extent.
Okay.
Then gracefully in 1958, my father was a political activist. He was a CPP supporter. So that was the time too that before the independence struggle in 57, they were CPP, and then and he was very active. So that was the time that the Kusaug struggle for emancipation also took place.
Okay.
Where if the Kwame Nkrumah led the CPP and said that the black man should rule itself, the white man should leave us alone. Then the Kusas also got us said that the Mamprusi should leave us alone. They should leave and go back to Nalero where they come from. And we, the Kusas, should rule ourselves. It is recalled that Teshi was one of the satellite Mamprusi communities or area where the Mamprusi had their chiefs. It was Teshi and Tanga in the Tonde area. Then Binduri and Boku in the middle belt. And then the Sinibaga. Just 5 of them. These villages had Mamprusi chiefs. Yeah. So in 1958, there was a meeting in the late Bogorago Azoka's house. Bogorago Azoka the first. He was then the chief. And the message they sent was that everybody should, the average Kusasma should send his child to school. And that if the Kusasi didn't send their children to school to learn, to get educated and liberate them, and still remain illiterate, the minority tribe will continue to rule them. So they came and informed my father of this meeting that they held. And my father, who was very committed to the Kusasi struggle, the following day summoned 4 of us, me and the 3 senior brothers of mine, and send us to the Teshi Primary School. Unfortunately for us, as I said, Teshi had a Mamprusi chief. Unfortunately for us, the head teacher at the time was a Mamprusi man from Binduri. So he knew the activities of my father as a strong nationalist. So the head teacher said that the 3 of my senior brothers, including the fellow called Mba, who left my mother's breast, and I took over. He said they were overgrown and I was too small. So they drove all of us back home.
You were too small?
Yeah, they said I was too small. In
what age was
1958. 1958, I presume I would have been 6, 7 years old.
You were too small to go to school?
Yeah, we were too small to go to school. And my senior brother, the one who left my mother's breast and I took over, he said that he was too grown. So this is a contradiction. This is very curious. How your senior brother can be too grown and then you are too young.
To go to
school. That tells you the dynamics of the ethnic conflict we had in those days. So my father sent us back home, and then a few weeks or months later, he decided to go back to the headmaster to beg that if they won't take the 3 others, at least me being the youngest of them, or they should consider and take me. And the head teacher graciously took me to join the class 1. The time that I went to class 1, they had finished learning ABCD and 1, 2, 3, so I had to join them like that. So that is how I went to school, Teshi Primary School in 1958. We continued the struggle. We're learning hard. Then I went to Zevle Middle Boarding in 1963. Then Zevle Middle Boarding, after 2 years, when I was in middle school Form 2, I sat the common entrance for the first time. Unfortunately, I passed. And I went to Navrongo Secondary School. Otherwise called Navasco. I was, that year, many of us passed from Zevle Middle School. Myself, late John Debogre, one Simon Ayepala from Teshi, one Baurire from Kolugungu. Then the Bake, also from Kolugungu, they were BCS. Yes, and then a few other. We were about 5 or 7 that passed from Navrongo Secondary School. That year, the whole of the middle boarding. Common entrance were very competitive. Not many people pass common entrance. In the class or in the school, about 2, 3 might pass, and that type of thing. So in those days, if you pass common entrance, you were very proud, and people appreciated you a lot because it was a big achievement. These days, not like BCE, everybody is going and one by one. And no, those days, only the brilliant people, children pass common entrance. And particularly like for popular school like Navrongo Secondary School and government secondary school and those others, you had to do very well before they took you. So that how I found myself in Navrongo Secondary School. And then with late Ndebogre and Co. And myself and Ndebogre, we became very, very close.
So how would you describe your relationship with him?
Very, very close. We are more brothers than friends. He hailed from Temonde. And I recall that in 1967, when we were in Form 2, he lost his father. He lost his father in Ndebogre. He's called John. His old private name is Aparabo. But the father's name is Ndebogre. So that's why we call him Ndebogre, but that is his surname. In Navrongo School, we knew each other by our surnames. Nobody knew Apul or Cletus, but they called me Avoka.
Avoka.
Everyone.
And the name was stuck.
The name had, in the primary school, they call it by your surname.
Yes.
They don't know by your surname, not by your Christian name or your maiden name, middle name, no.
Okay.
So that is how we grew up together. And then the struggle for Kusa's emancipation was so much in us.
Okay.
To the extent that in Navrogo Secondary School, anytime that there was a weekend where they wanted variety entertainment, travel dancing and singing, not the word travel dancing and singing or the free travel dancing and singing, they would say Frafra boys and girls. They don't say Bolgatanga boys and girls, but Frafra boys and girls. Yes. Then they would say Casino boys and girls. Then they would say the Gatti boys and girls.
Yes.
But when it came to our area, they said Boku boys and girls. They didn't say Kusase boys and girls. So when we were in the junior form, we were afraid to talk. But when we got to Form 5 in 69, Mdebore and myself gathered courage and went and then approached the headmaster. That time a white man, Mr. McDonald. And we told him that they say travel dancing and singing. They didn't say town or village dancing and singing.
Okay.
And we also belong to a tribe. So next time they should call us Kusase boys and girls to come and dance. If they call Boku boys and girls again, we will not come to dance.
Okay.
And the headmaster was very forward. He said, "Yeah, we are right. It's travel dancing. It's not village or town dancing."
Yes.
So we and the BCS we struck an alliance. We came together, and then the BCS student agreed to dance Kosal. We also agreed to learn Bisa and then dance. And it was a very effective union.
Okay.
So that year, 69, one of the weekends that they had a competition, travel dance and singing. Kusasis and Bisas came together. We danced Giongo, we danced Bula, we danced Toko, we danced Bisa dance, Dambulu Sign and whatnot. And we were first. We adjudged the best travel group. We told McDonald that, look, you say Kusasi boys again. If I Moshi, a Frafra, a Bisa, a Mampusi, or whatever tribe, and you come from the Boko area, if you don't want to join us to dance, don't. If we dance as Kusasi boys and girls, we are last, it's better.
Yes.
Rather than come and dance at Boku boys and girls. Boku doesn't have a dance.
And the
town is not only Boku.
Yes.
We have Pusga, we have Timpani, Garu, Isabella, and whatnot. So why do you say Boku boys and girls? You know, and that made the plan. This tells you that the challenge the Kusasi have had since the beginning of this struggle is one of identity crisis.
Yeah.
Identity challenge. Everywhere, people will not want the Kusasi name to be heard. Yes. Or to appear. And we thought that is most unfair. If you take Boku for what it is, the Kusaug area, where we have 6 constituencies now, the largest ethnic group is the Kusasi.
Yes.
The Kusas. Then those who own the land, the Tindanes, are Kusas. No Moshi owns land in the Kusas area. They don't have a Tindana. They don't sacrifice to any god. No man, or any other man, not a tribe. Sacrifice to any gods in the area is the Kusasis. So we must have our identity as such, no matter how backward or ignorant or whatever we are. Yeah. But you are aware that we are not backward, we are not ignorant. It's just that people just want to suppress us. And I think that we have reached the age of no suppression.
You mentioned sometime that I think Loende had an issue in the school.
Yes. That was when we came back to sixth form. Yeah. What I was talking about was 69, 70, when we established our identity in Navrongo.
Okay.
As Kusasi boys and girls, we had introduced the name Kusasi, and everybody now knew that there were students there who were Kusasis.
Okay.
And whatnot. Yeah. Now we came back to sixth form in the early 1970, and then while we were in lower six, that's 70 October to December, the school had certain challenges.
Okay.
Yeah, the dining hall, the food was very bad, and we didn't have books and whatnot, and there was deterioration for the welfare of students.
Okay.
So those who were safe from thought that we had a mantle, but a responsibility to improve things in the school. So we marched to talk to the district chief executive in Navrongo town that these were the problems and challenges that we had in the
Not
school.
the headmaster, but the DC.
Yeah, we tried to talk to the headmaster, but he would not listen.
Yeah, okay.
So we had to go to the district chief executive in Navrongo.
Okay.
Then when we went there, that he said, okay, he can't listen to everybody. So we should get a spokesperson. We should articulate, we should put down our grievances and get somebody so that he can read them out for him to understand. So we chose Ndebugri as our spokesperson. Unfortunately, after Ndebugri had done that, he was targeted by the school authorities as a ringleader. And then I remember they called us to the assembly and then made the announcement that Ndebugri had been suspended indefinitely and what have you. That time, the regional director came was one Mr. Edwards, I think a phantom man who was there. Then also the regional minister, that time they called him regional chief executive, was Imuru Salfo. Okay. Boku Mamprisi Diehard. Imuru Salfo, late, he's not late. He was the regional chief executive. Okay. I think he sees an opportunity to show the Kusaug where power lies. He knew that Ndebugri had set a record. You had 5 ones, you know, at the O level. So he knew that he had the future. And that was a Kusaug man. So he thought that he could use that opportunity to curtail his education. So when they announced that Ndebugri had been suspended for indefinitely, I became annoyed and I shouted. I was saying that we would not agree, you know. I took a risk, but I wasn't detected. That night, I didn't sleep. Myself and a few others went from secondary school from 1 to the upper 6 and told them that Ndebugri was a scapegoat. Ndebugri was not a ringleader. We had made him a spokesperson for our cause. If they want to deal with the spokesperson and discuss as a ringleader, we let him be suspended alone. That means we have betrayed him. Yes. So the following day we should go and full-scale demonstration. So he fought for all of us. Yeah. So the following day we led the demonstration, and that is how I was also identified. So Ndebugri was finally sacked from Navrongo School, and I was suspended for 2 terms. Hey. Yes. So say from the lower 6, second term and third term, I didn't come back to school. I just came back upper 6. Upper 6? Yes. Only 1 year? Yeah, 1 year or less than 1 year, because it was September to June. Yeah. In June, you write the exams and leave. You know, so that's how I got to know Accra. When they suspended me for 2 terms, I didn't know where to go, what to do. So I had to come to Accra and look for vacation jobs here and there. And of course, that time it was easy to get a job, particularly when your O-level results were good. Okay. So I came in and I was able to get a vacation job. I worked with the audit service. Okay. You know, and then when my suspension ended, I came back straight to upper 6. You know, but when I left at that stage, when I left for the suspension, I had bought 3 books, big ones, and gave it to some young boys to be copying notes from my mates. So they were copying. I would do economics for you. Yes, I would do economics, government, and then history and even geography. You know, at the A level. So when I came back, I had about 3 notebooks. One full of economics, one was government, one was history, modern history, and then one was geography. So I had to be reading that, and then at the same time follow what we were then doing. Ongoing. Yeah, ongoing. So it wasn't easy, but we were determined. And you mentioned some time ago about I think late How Yakubu, who also yes. Yeah. So it was on account of my suspension when I came back to the upper 6. How Yakubu was the domestic baser. Okay. Yeah, and she had been newly married to Dr. Amado Ayo from Zebila. Yes. Yes. So she met me and she called me the junior husband, because Amado is from Zebila. So we call him our senior brother. So Hawa said that, look, if I don't send my junior husband, my small husband to my house to stay in my bunk so he can stay there after lights out, if he remain in the dormitories with the lights out and whatnot, he will not be able to pass the exam. So Hawa plucked me from the school dormitory to her house and gave me a room, one of the rooms in her house. So I was living with her outside the gate with some bungalows just outside the Navrongo Secondary School gate, where I come from, Navrongo town. So I was living in one of the houses. She gave me one of the rooms. She gave me a room, chair, table, bed, everything, and good food much of the time. So when I go for classes, then I come back, then I stay there, you know. Yeah. And then what made me to do law was the fact that when Hawa was there, there used to be a circuit court judge in Borga. I don't want to mention the name. Then he used to come to visit us, visit Hawa, come and remove his coat, and then both. He's a lawyer. He has done that. And at the point of time, I got infuriated, and I said, "But who cannot do law at all? Why you come every day? You come to my brother's wife, boasting like how you're a lawyer, you're a judge, and whatnot. Who cannot do law at all?" I just took my books and went back to the school and what. So that informed me that at least one should also do law.
Honestly,
and the
actually,
rest
what
of them.
inspired you?
Yeah. These were one of the considerations.
Okay.
Yeah, the last straw that broke the camel's back. So because I wanted to join Debogre in Cape Coast.
Okay.
When we were suspended and he was sacked, because he did very well at the O level, he had 5 1s.
Yeah.
He went to Cape Coast to do a course they call prelims.
Okay.
Brilliant students who did well at the O level will go to the university and do 1 year.
Okay.
Instead of doing 2 years at the safe form, they will do 1 year and they prepare them and they write the A level and then continue to university. And that was a promotion or that type of thing.
So that's how he became your junior.
He didn't become my junior as such. He went straight to Cape Coast to do the prelims.
Okay.
And I came back to do the safe form. Okay. So we wrote the A level together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he did 1 year, and I had to come and do the other year, the second year. So we wrote A level together in 1972.
Okay.
I because Ndebogere was there initially, I also thought of going to Cape Coast to do BED. They had introduced this direct education course. They called it BED, Bachelor in Education. So I also wanted to do it. So I was confused whether I should go and do law or go to Cape Coast and do. But my desire was to join Ndebogere. So I tried to go there, but Cape Coast were wasting my time. So I filled the form and then Legon took me,
Okay.
For law, LLB. Yeah, that was 73 September that I joined. Ndebogere was in
so but he didn't do the law straight.
No, Ndebogere did a degree in chemical engineering. They call it that time chemical technology.
Okay.
Today they call it chemical engineering. He did that in Czech for 4 years.
Okay.
Even when he was doing national service in 1977, 78, I was in Legon in my final year in the law school.
Okay.
So he came to stay with me for the year while he was doing the national service at Tema.
Okay.
One of the companies in Tema. We stayed together. He did national service. Okay. So that is how I went to university, and they also went to university. Our relationship continued.
Okay.
A very healthy relationship. To the extent that when they were married and they knew his first child, who is Pastor Patience, Parapok and Ndebogere, I named her Patience.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because we were so close. I named her. I said, Ndebogere, you have to deal with the girl, but I'll name her. I'll give her Patience because he and Sophia, that is the name of his wife, we were married for about 4 or 5 years before they delivered the child.
Yeah.
In Kusaug kingdom, when you marry a young girl and after a year or two you don't have children, they start teasing the woman or you yourself. But they were patient and then they tolerated each other. And then it took them 4 or 5 years before she was born. Okay. That is why I said that. But Patience bears fruits. Yeah. So I named the girl Patience. Okay. And that also tells you how close we were. Yes. That they were the daughter was named by me, but not by his direct family. Yeah. So we struggled and went to the university. The university, it was not easy. Our luck was that I Champong overthrew Butcher. Yeah, and let me tell you, these our young brothers and sisters who are coming up, I think that they have to have ambition, they have to have focus, and they have to have willpower. Yes. And when I left Navrongo School O level, I was posted to Kugri Primary School as a teacher after O level. Those days, as soon as you write your exam, they'll push you to go and teach. But the schools were empty and they needed teachers.
Okay.
Yes. So I was posted to Kugri. I had not been to Garo or Kugri for that matter before. My living was just Boku and Boku Hospital.
Yeah.
That type of thing. So I took my wooden box from Zebile to Garo. I had to walk from Garo to Kugri, about 8 kilometers, 9 kilometers. Yes, a small boy.
Car?
No, what car? No. Market day, only that you might get the car, go there and come back. Yeah. The rest, you have to walk 8, 9 kilometers. I walked all the way.
The market.
Yes. Unfortunately, when I got to Kugri, That was 1970. I wrote the O level and I got there. The head teacher of the primary school was the one who taught me in Teshi Primary School. So he was very excited that somebody he taught in the primary school had become a secondary leader and had come to teach under him. So he was very happy, and then he gave me accommodation. And he had a wife. They used to feed me and whatnot. So I took salary for only 1 month. That's October or thereabout 1970. And you know what I bought first? When I had my salary, that was 29 CDs at that time.
29
CDs. 1970, September, 29 CDs. The first thing I bought was a lantern. So I can read in the night. I was going back to safe form. The results had come and had qualified for safe form. So when I got the money, I didn't buy trousers or shorts or shoe or anything. I bought a lantern.
Okay.
For number one. Number two, I bought a flask so that I can put hot water in the flask and I take black coffee in the night so that I can stay awake.
You just wanted to read?
Yeah, we wanted to pass. In Navron school, there were a lot of competition and ambition. Look, like the door you see there, if you are senior as a former and they give you a cubicle, you write on top of the door like that, success or absolute madness.
Success or absolute madness?
Yes. Then write an Legon or I die. Your notebook, you take it on top of the notebook, Legon or I die. And the art students will write on their notebook, let's say, BA Horns, law, PA Horns, political science, this, that. And then the science students, carry their fat books, the chemistry books, and what the physics books, Abbott and co. And then they will write their Phi Mama, that physics, mass. UST.
Phi Mama.
Yeah, Phi Mama, that physics, mass. Or zoo bot chem, zoology, botany, chemistry. Yes, or medical school. Phi Mama, zoo bot chem. Medical school. So we write law faculty, PA, political science, this, that. So we're encouraging ourselves, we're motivated.
Yes.
But we didn't have good teachers, and then we depended on those from other schools and whatnot, going to the library and whatnot. So I'm saying this to demonstrate that how, when I got my 29 seed, what I bought to be able to come and read in the night so that I can pass the A level. And then I recall that on 13 January 1972, when Champong was making his first announcement, I had read from 9 p.m. till 5 a.m. No sleep.
9 p.m.
9 p.m. in the night like this. I read till the following morning, 9 a.m.
Wow.
I was taking my bath in the morning around 5 o'clock. I know in the science school, we used to have wooden radio boxes where they're reading the news at 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and whatnot. It was 5:30 a.m. when I was bathing that Achampo was making the announcement that the Progress Party government had been overthrown. Bush's hypocrisy had been detected. I'm quoting him. The Progress Party government had been overthrown. Bush's hypocrisy had been detected. They, the member of the armed forces, the few amenities that they were getting, Bush came to take away from them. And he was justifying the coup. So I listened to that live.
As the member of the armed forces, what they were getting?
The few amenities they were getting had been taken away by Prime Minister K.A. Bush. So
they had to do what?
They had to do a coup. One of the reasons for the coup.
Okay.
Yes. I'm saying this just to show that because I had been suspended in lower six and I didn't do second and third terms, I came back to upper six. I had a lot of material. I told you that I had given three notebooks for them, 4 of them for them to read. To write the notes, to copy the notes for me. So I had to be reading that one, and at the same time, follow what we were doing in the class in the upper six. That was the determination. It was on account of that even though I was doing 4 subjects at the A level, economics, government, history, and geography, I had to drop the geography because I didn't have time again to do 4 subjects. And then geography was a very wide subject. Okay. So I concentrated on the economics, government, and then the modern history. So fortunately we passed for the university. Okay. And then I went to do law. My friend David went to Kwame University of Science and Technology, and as I said, he did chemical engineering.
UCC or
no KNUST.
Okay.
Yeah, he went to UCC for the prelims.
Yes. Then
while he was doing the prelims, he wrote A level 2 privately.
Wow.
So he was writing prelims
So
exam
at
and
your
A
time,
level.
there was this private exams.
Oh yeah. There were private exams. You could write they call it off deck.
Yes, here to this.
Yeah. We started around that time. They called it off deck.
Okay.
Yeah. So you write it off deck and then you join the.
So
this is what happened. We went to university.
Okay.
And then the Champions time, we are the people they call Aluta graduates. Aluta graduates. I know why we are Aluta graduates. When a champion took over in 72 as the chairman of the NRC, National Redemption Council, 74 we went on the first strike against a champion. Yes, a student. 74, 75, 76, and 77. Hey, I'm telling you. And the 74 coup, the 74th demonstration we had was the fact that the students had beaten up a second-year political science student at home. The military. Yes. Sorry. The military had beaten up a second-year political science student from Lagos. He was called Do. Yes. And he came back to school and then took the shirt and we saw the marks at the back and the rest of them. He said, and you know that it was the student that don't support the coup makers. Yes. Yes, they supported Champong and whatnot. So we said this time no. So we demonstrated against military brutalities. Okay. The first demonstration in 1974 was against military brutalities. Okay. And that time Atudazi, who became later on Rollins chief of staff, yes, was the SRC president. And then at that time to Ward Brew, who is a legal practitioner now, an old man, was the NUC's president. Wow. Yeah, so students were fighting on national issues. It's today that politics has entered the universities and students have become meaningless. Yeah, yes, fighting. Yes. Political. So that was 74. The following year, 75, the workers in Legon were dissatisfied with the conditions. So they decided to go on strike or something like that. Okay. And then in trying to control the workers, the police came there and they shot and killed a postgraduate student, a Sudanese student. Shot his neck here and then killed him. So we said, if it is workers who are going on strike, students didn't take part, why do you have to shoot and kill a student? So 75 we demonstrated. Wow. Yeah, second demonstration. Then the third one, 1976 or thereabout, Cape Coast University students went on strike. And then we went we supported them in sympathy. So we also went on strike to sympathize with them. If one university student went on strike, the others followed. Okay. Because NUCs and the SRC will come together and agree that this is a student fight. Yes. So support your other. We went on strike. Then 77 too, we went on strike because of Ghana's year of shame. Okay. 77, 78. And then they went on strike. Then 78 against union government. When a champion was trying to organize union government, we thought there was a ploy for him to remain in power forever. So we described it as Ghana's safe year of shame. He took over in 72. So in 78, he was still there trying to hand over as a military government to himself as a president of a union government. Yeah. So we demonstrated against union government. That was 70. That was the last demonstration I took part before I left as a lawyer. Yeah, okay. So that's why our batch, those batches that came, are called Aluta graduates because we have seen it all.
You ever mentioned about Mr. Ajani?
Yeah, that's right. Now, this is the issue of national service.
Yes.
When I was in the final year 1978, because I was a sportsman, ordinarily when you do the LLB, BL at Makula, you are supposed to leave Legon campus, go and rent a room in town and take care of yourself because you're no more a student of the University of Ghana. But I was a sportsman and a captain. So they favored me. Legon Hall favored me with a single room. That is why 77 or so, when the Burundi was doing his service in Tema, he stayed with me in my room in Legon. And I remember I had a very good friend from Teshitu, Simon Alenga, who also married newly and left to Nigeria. What's Nigeria? Ivory Coast. And left his young wife. The girl had to stay with me in my single room for about 3 months and whatnot before Simon, my brother, came to take her away. Okay. So while we were there, Robert Ajani, unfortunately, he's still alive. Yes. Yeah, one of the former headmasters of Boko Secondary School. myself and Martin Amidu, who was a former Attorney General and former OSP Executive Director. We were classmates in the law school.
At the law school?
Yeah.
Makola.
Okay. Yeah, we did the LLB together and then Makola. So Ajani came and then lobbied us and explained to us that we those from Kusaug and our graduates, well educated, we should come back and teach our brothers and sisters for the O level and the A level so they can pass well.
Yes.
If we didn't come to teach them and run away from the area for greener pastures or better conditions and allow them to be taught by post-sec graduates and then Winneba especially, though Winneba was not a university, was a specialist training school.
Okay.
So if we allowed them to be taught by other post-sex and Winneba people, they would not be able to qualify for O-level or for safe form.
Okay.
So we, out of patriotism, myself and Martin, as lawyers, we are posted to the AG's department to do the national service.
Okay.
But we said no, we want to go back to Boko and help our brothers and sisters. So we came back to Boko. And both of us, I was teaching A-level government, Martin was teaching O-level government. We were teaching Form 5 and Form 4 English language, and then whatnot and whatnot. And the batches that we taught for during the service and thereafter, many of them did very, very well. They passed very, very well.
Okay.
So it's a lesson, an example to our younger generation.
Today,
these days,
to be in
Accra, Kumasi, Tema, and Wake Post and whatnot, nobody wants to come back to the north or to Boku.
Yeah.
There are many Kusasi doctors, but if you go to Zebula Hospital or Garo or Boku and whatnot, you hardly get them there. Nobody is there. Some of them have specialized, they don't want to come back. There are many well-trained teachers and whatnot, they don't want to come back.
Look at the conditions over there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, even conditions are better now than before. Those days, we didn't have lights in the north. Kusaug power came to Bolga in 1990 and that type of thing. So after lights out, we were using generators, and after lights out, we were in darkness. But we still were prepared to come there and work.
Okay.
And then me and Martin, we didn't go to college before for them to say that, oh, we're trained teachers. No, from secondary school to middle school, to secondary, from middle school to secondary school and to university. Yeah, so we, but all this out of patriotism. So the message I want to send to our young brothers and our daughters and our children in particular is that they must sacrifice for their engineer brothers and sisters.
Yes.
They must have a good spirit. And then when they do that, they don't lose anything. No, I mean, me and Martin, we don't regret for having gone to teach in Boko Secondary School. We are very happy because although we train anywhere they meet us, they respect us and they show us love and then appreciation. So that is where I did national service. And it was that time that the AFRC came to power, 79, Rawlings 3-month house cleaning exercise,
So we'll come there, but I want to, that's the second part of the discussion.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like throughout.
But before you come to the struggle, let me just conclude on that one.
That's what
I recall that when they formed the party, and that the major parties were about 3.
Okay.
You had the PNP, People's National Party. That was the offshoot of CPP.
Okay.
That was led by, at the end, we were led by Dr. Hillel Imam, People's National Party. Then the UP tradition, they fought among themselves and they split into 2. The majority of them went with Victor Usu, who formed the Popular Front Party.
Okay.
And then the others also came together from the UNC, United National Convention. Pa Willie was the presidential candidate.
Okay.
And many of the generals in the army, those who had formed organized coups and whatnot, were in favor of that party because they thought that if the UNC won the election, it will protect the army.
Okay.
As compared to PNP, who were the Nkrumahs, or the UP that were the Busha people.
Yes.
But they had suffered in 69, and then the CPP people had also suffered in 66.
Okay.
And they had suffered in 72 and whatnot. Progress Party government was overthrown in 72. And then that. So there was a rift in the MPP, now MPP. and then they divided into two. United National Convention led by Pawili,
Okay.
and then the Popular Front Party led by Victor Usu,
Okay.
and then the PNP, they represented the CPP. So Liman won the election. And this is another story I have to tell my young ones, that patience moves mountains.
Yes.
Yeah, and then don't rush to become somebody or to get an appointment.
Okay.
Maybe your turn will come and you will be happier or better.
Yeah.
I recall that when the PNP was formed and Liman came to Zebula for a rally, I introduced candidate Liman to the crowd at Zebula. And then we followed him to Boko. He addressed another rally. Not knowing that when I was talking or introducing and addressing the rally, he took note of my name.
Okay.
Yeah, as somebody who had the potential. So after that, when he won and was forming his cabinet, he nominated me as a deputy minister for the upper region.
Okay.
That time, Upper West was not yet separated. So Liman was putting my name for deputy regional minister. I was a young man, in my late 20s, maybe 20 or 29 years. I wasn't married and whatnot. My MP, George Abango, he had won the election for Zebula.
Okay.
The Matas Atubuga, late now, he had also won for Binduru constituency. Frank Ayaraga, current majority leader, Mama Ayaraga's father, he had also won for
Boko.
PNP, Boko Central. And then Dominic Akudago, he had also won for Garotimpani. So the Kusasi boys swept all the 4 constituencies of Kusaug at the time.
Okay.
So George and Co tried to persuade the man to say that I was a young man. So instead of making me the deputy minister for the region, they should give it to one LM Awuni. He was from Timone, but teaching Ganasco. Okay. He's a senior brother. And Liman was taken aback. Liman didn't agree. Because Liman said, somebody cannot work and somebody be the beneficiary. It is me, the only lawyer in the region who was supporting him. It is me who introduced him to Kusaug. Yes. So he didn't know Awini and he didn't do any work. So he cannot give him post when he doesn't know him, so he didn't work. But they insisted. And then the man said, okay, the only way he could agree to drop me was if they consulted me that I should step down. If I agreed that I'll step down and give it to a senior brother. So I was in Boko when George Agbango drove all the way from Accra to Boko and came and met me and said that this was the situation, the story. So I said, oh, I mean, it's true that I'm a younger fellow. When he's older than me, he's a senior brother. It's true that as a younger fellow, maybe I have my opportunity in the future. So let's give him the post. Okay. So you agreed? So I agreed. And I went and became the deputy regional minister. Tell me, how many of our youth today that the president of the country will say they will nominate him for a post, and they go and say that you sacrifice your post, your position, and give to one of your senior brothers who's not even related to you. But just lobbying and undercutting each other. Not to talk about you being considered by the president of the country. And then he said, no, give it to somebody who is senior to me. Yeah, I did that. And I've not regretted. You know why? After he left, 2 years later, there was a coup. 2.5 years later, Liman's government was total 1st December. And Awini had to run away. Or I've been the fellow who would have run away. As I stayed back, in 1990, I became regional minister. No more deputy, but substantive regional minister. 2 years later, 1997, I became cabinet minister for the Ministry of Lands and Forestry. 2 years later, I became cabinet minister, Minister of Environment, Science and Technology. Wow. Then I became 2010, I became Minister of the Interior. Then finally, 2010 to 2013, I became majority leader.
We'll come there, but I want you to take us back a bit.
Yeah.
When, like, after those years, your marriage and how you became the MP.
Yeah.
All this.
Well, yes. It's interesting, you know.
You said around 20-something years.
Yeah. No. I finished the law faculty, law school. I was teaching national service. And then after that, I got work as a legal officer for Upper Regional Development Corporation. And that was 1980, 81. Before I got married in 1982. You know, to my wife.
30 years.
Yes.
After 30 years or so.
Yes, I was maybe 31 years even
Okay.
before I got married because I was born in 51. So if I married in 1982, but I've been 31 years.
31 years.
Exactly. You know, and then the funny thing, when I was teaching in boxing during the national service, one day a young lady came from the south to the school and looking for one Cletus Avoka. And I was the only Cletus Avoka in the school.
In the school there.
Yeah, so they asked her, they brought her to my bungalow. And then Betty said, oh, she wanted admission into sixth form. And then somebody told the father that they knew somebody called Cletus Avoka teaching boxing school. If they come to see me, I'll be able to influence the headmaster to get the place for her. So lo and behold, I went and talked to Ajani. And because we had done a favor to Ajani, we had improved the quality of education in the school. The region had got 2 lawyers, teaching. Anytime we were teaching, people would come and stand at the window and watch. And then we had, what fora in the school, assembly hall, we'll be talking this, UN, this and that and that. They were quite excited, even in town. So anytime that I asked Ajani for a favor, he easily agreed.
Okay.
And whatnot. So when I talked to Ajana that this is a young lady, the grades are good. She went to Naval school, but it was too late, and they asked her to come and see me. So I come. She said, "No problem. When the grades are fine, you take care." Later, she became my wife.
The lady you helped.
The lady I helped to enter the school when I was leaving. That she did the sixth form there.
Yeah.
And later on, we got married. So going to boxing school was not a case at all.
You benefited.
I benefited in several ways. That is where my family is now.
Yeah. So how many kids?
We have 3 kids. We had 4, but we lost one 10 years ago.
Yes.
On Wednesday, we celebrated his 10th anniversary. I can show you the picture. He's a beautiful young boy who wanted to go to the army.
Oh.
Yes, and then the day he reported to the military, they stressed him to death. You can see. He's called Sam Johnson. He's a Malaba.
Sam Johnson Amaliba.
Yeah, Sam Johnson Amaliba. Takes salute at Children's Party in Bolgatanga on 24th December 1996. Our regional minister.
Regional minister.
Yeah. Then he came there for holiday and they had a children's party. And then he wore military uniform.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
2015 before.
18 June 2015. Wow. Today is what, 21st?
Yes.
Yeah, that's 3 days ago.
So he was 23 years.
He was 23 years, 23 and a half years.
Oh.
He had left Kwame University of Science and Technology as a civil engineer in 2022 or thereabout. 2012. No, 2014. He graduated in 2014, June 2014.
Okay.
So he then was doing national service. This picture, this was 18th of
this 4th October.
That is
18th.
Yeah, both. That is the date of birth and then the date of his death. But Nus was 2014.
Yes.
He died on He was born on 4th October 1991.
Okay.
Then he died on 18th June 2015.
Oh.
So this one was in May 2015. He was the best man for his senior brother's marriage. He was the best man. That's why he's wearing a suit at that age. Then a month later, he died.
Oh.
Yes.
Sorry.
And then, so this was at the wedding, and this one too, when after the wedding, they don't have a party.
After the
wedding. Yeah, the party.
Oh.
So there are 4. He was the last. Then we lost him.
He was the last one.
Yeah, he was the last one. So there are 3 others.
Okay.
Yeah. My senior son is working with Ghana Gas.
Okay.
The second boy is a medical officer.
Okay.
He's in South Africa specializing in orthopedic surgery. Yeah. And then I've only one girl, a daughter. She's working with Ghana Revenue Authority.
Okay.
She's married in Accra here. No. So that is a lean family.
Lean family. I remember his passing.
Yeah.
I remember.
There was a problem with the country, but we just kept our nerves and that out. The work of God, we say.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the family.
Oh. So the first one is, what's the name?
Bawani.
Bawini, and the second one.
Dan Bawini, and Akubas.
And Akubas.
You know the meaning of Akubas in Kusaug.
We will not leave it.
We will not abandon the
We will
struggle.
not abandon the struggle.
No.
Oh.
Numbers one put so think about Kusake.
So it's not a basset.
It's not me so think to never. Akubas.
Like
you were born in 85.
Oh, wow.
June 85.
Like my name, Akuzans.
Akubas. Akubas.
Wow.
Man put Akubas. Kusam. You know, that's how we proverbial news that we give to our children. Okay. I remember my very good friend Francis Awindago. His son was delivered a year earlier. Born got to. He named his son Akusim. He's a lawyer.
Yeah,
today.
He's a lawyer.
Akusim.
Yes.
Yes, still Akusim. The truth will never be buried.
Yes.
Yeah. Akusim. The truth will never be buried. They can go up and down. They come, but the truth is the truth.
Yes.
Yeah.